What is going on, everyone? It's Kumo, and welcome to my Dead by Daylight guide for Adept Trapper. This is going to be a multi-platform guide, meaning that this guide will work on all platforms, including Switch, PlayStation, Xbox, and PC. It does not matter what platform you're on. The information that I'm about to release for this guide is 100% accurate and up to date on all platforms and patches. So, without further ado, I'm going to break down his power, his perks, his add-ons, everything you're going to need to do or need to know for the achievement to unlock easily for you. So, how to do the achievement is you got to have his 3 teachable perks on, which is Unnerving Presence, Brutal Strength, and Agitation. You need to have all these on. You can bring any add-ons or offerings of your choice as long as you have those 3, and you need to get a Merciless Kill, which is basically killing everyone in the trial and getting multiple hooks and chases and all that good stuff. So let's go ahead and break down his power first. His power is Bear Trap. You start the trial with one trap in your bag and traps scattered all over the map, which you can pick up and carry. You can carry one in your hand by default and one in your bag. You cannot carry more than that unless you bring add-ons that allow you to do so. But I believe you can reset a trap while having both in your hand. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure you can. So the best thing you could do for Trapper is just put your traps in places where survivors will go. Trapper is sort of a killer that mind games people. You mind game them into running through areas where your traps are. So it's a good idea to place your traps in places that are well known that survivors will go to. Or it could be a bad idea depending on what type of survivors that you get. So an example for me is I would put my traps in a window where if I'm versing survivors that are really high ranked, I would put my traps in areas where there are uncommon, you know, that they wouldn't really know where to go. Because if you put your traps in god loops and things like that right away, the survivors are going to see them and they're going to know that the traps are in god loops. So these two ways to play it. Trapper really, like, god loops are loops that are really really strong for the map that you get. You could theoretically put your traps in the god loops, but I'm not sure if that's such a good idea right away because survivors are going to notice that. So I would put them like near windows and grasses, where pallets are, things like that. You could put them in god loops if you want early, but the survivors will probably, really good survivors will check that and notice that right away and disarm them. So you can play around high windows, things like that. So when they drop from those windows, they'll fall on the traps, etc. Things like that. An example would be in Coldwind Farm. If you get the pig tree area, I would put a trap near the loop where they vault over. I would place a trap there and in between the pallet because they're going to go to that loop because it's a really strong loop. The only downside is really good survivors will notice. So another example would be you could put it at the tractor, so when they vault the tractor, they'll fall immediately on your trap, or you can just place it where survivors don't normally will go. But in order to loop as a survivor, they're going to go to the strong loops first. So it's hit or miss, honestly, depending on what survivors you get, because everyone plays differently. Some survivors are really good at the game notice that you're trapper and will notice that you're trapper right away because they'll see your traps on the ground that aren't armed yet, and they will be like, okay, it's a trapper, so I need to be careful on the god loops because that's probably where he's gonna trap. So in your mind, you need to choose where you think a good trap will go and try to go from there. Like an example for me, I would probably put it in the grass where it's blended in and they'll run through the grass and then try to go towards a god loop and then be stuck before they get to the god loop. Because they'll be like, okay, the god loop's not um, trapped. I'm going to go through that way. And then on the way to the god loop, I will put a trap so they get stuck because they're thinking that no traps would be there. Things like that. So the best. That's how I set up my traps. I put them near windows, through um, places where survivors will go on the way to really strong loops. That's how I play Trapper, but you can play it and play how you want. Everyone plays Trapper differently, but I mind game my survivors. I mind game them into thinking that they're safe at God loops and will fall into traps on the way or exiting a God loop after I break the pallet. Things like that. So the best add-ons in the game for Trapper, in my opinion, is just bringing extra bags for more traps, because the current meta right now, making Trapper really hard to play because he gets gen rush so fast, is survivors will just gen rush and leave right away. So picking up traps will waste, and setting traps will waste a lot of time for Trapper. So getting the stitched bag is S rank on the add-on list for Trapper, because you start with 2 extra traps and allows you to transfer 2 extra bear traps. So with that and having a trapped bag allows you to start the trap with an extra bear trap, and allows you to transfer 2 extra bear traps. This will allow you to pick up as many traps basically as you want without having a penalty of too much inventory. So you basically will start with 2 bear traps with the purple add-on, and then an extra one during the trial, because you immediately start with one, and then you'll start with another one. So you will start with 4 extra bear traps automatically, which is really good. And if you don't have the purple one, you can go ahead and bring a trapped bag or a regular one. There's another bag. Right here is a trapped sack. So this will do what this does, but just only 1 and 1. So this one is 2 and 2, an extra bear trap plus extra bear trap, and then there is a 1 extra bear trap and 2 extra bear traps, and then there's 1 and 1. If you don't have the purple or the yellow one, you could bring just the basic gray one, and then you can also bring a tar bottle. What a tar bottle does, it increases the darkness of all traps, so it's harder for them to see, so it will blend in more. If you're bringing a tar bottle, you could also bring in a murky regent, which greatly thickens the dark mist around the map, so it's harder to see your bear traps as well. So you could do that, bring 2 and 2 together, and then you'll be set on your bear traps. If you don't have any of those add-ons, you can also bring one of these. Honing Stone is really good. This is also on A tier list. So this is S rank, this is S rank, this is S rank, and then everything that else that is A ranking is reduces a chance of them escaping. And then there's the Honing Stone. Honing Stone is really good. This is my go-to when I don't have any extra traps. Basically, inflicts the dying state upon victim if they break free themselves from the trap. So your survivors in your trial, when they step on a bear trap, they can either get picked up by you or smacked and then picked up off the ground, or another survivor can break them free, or they can free themselves. If they free themselves, and if you have a honing stone, they will automatically go into the dying state, so you can pick them up and hook them. Because survivors sometimes will get lucky and break free right away, but if someone else frees them, honing stone will not work. It only works if they free themselves. So you could bring that, and then bring something that will make it easier for them to pop out, or pop out from that. I think what you can add is moderately increases the rescue and escape time of bear traps. So if you bring that, it increases if you bring a setting tools plus the honing stone, they'll be able to break out of your trap right away. You can put them down faster, but survivors will take longer to escape, or it'll be faster for them to escape from your trap, but you'll automatically go down in the dying state with honing stone. So you can bring those two together if you want. So that's it for the add-ons. Everything else is sort of meh. You know, just because Bloody Coil says it's purple, or it's this color, doesn't mean it's ultra rare, doesn't mean it's great. When a trap is disarmed by a healthy survivor, the Bloody Coil extracts the price, and that survivor becomes injured. This is honestly pretty good. This is probably around A tier. So, but the best, in my opinion, is just extra bags and extra traps. And I recommend when you're doing that, just bring a black ward so you don't lose your offerings. So that's about it for the start, the how you place your traps and everything like that. I don't want to let the explanation go on too far. And now I'm going to go ahead and go over his abilities. So, Unnerving Presence. Your presence alone instills great fear. Survivors within your terror radius have 10% greater chance of triggering skill checks when repairing or healing. Triggered skill checks to success zones are reduced by 60%. So this basically means that if you're near a survivor, their skill checks are going to go crazy and they'll miss more and you'll notice where they are. Brutal Strength, pretty self-explanatory. Destroy drop pallets, breakable walls, and generators 20% faster. And Agitation is a great perk. You get excited in anticipation of hooking your prey. Increase your movement speed while transporting bodies by 6%. While transporting a body, your terror radius is increased by 12 meters. So basically, what this does is when you're carrying a survivor, your terror radius will go crazy, and it will make Unnerving Presence work more. And when you're carrying people, their skill checks will go crazier because your terror radius is bigger because of Agitation. So these two work together really well. So when you're carrying survivors, you can kind of carry them near a gen, and those, if you hear gens start to explode, that means survivors are messing up skill checks. So Agitation is good. It makes you really faster while um, transporting a body too. So you can transport this body. Since you're walking faster, you could probably even make it to basement. When in situations where you don't think you're going to make it to basement, you could probably make it with Agitation because you're moving faster. So that is it. If you want to unlock all these perks, you can unlock Unnerving Presence at level 30, Brutal Strength at 35, and Agitation at 40. So that's about it for the breakdown. I know it's a little bit of a long explanation, but I want to do a full guide on Trapper for the Adept. So now I will be doing some gameplay. So I am going to put myself in a match, and I will commentate, and we'll continue from there. And thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in a second.
Like, in all honesty, guys, if you want this to be done in your first shot, bring the stitch bag, bring the trapper bag, and bring shattered glasses. Larry's is super strong for trapper, and indoor maps are really strong for trapper. And maybe not Gideon's meat plant because that's so survivor heavy, but Larry's, yeah, go to Larry's. If you have a pair of glasses and you go to Larry's, you're set. You have your traps ready to go. Just just trap some pallets or some windows. You're good to go. Let's do that. Let's go. Let's bring some shattered glasses. Let's make them suffer a bit. All PC players too, so this should be fun. Or maybe they're on Switch, but more than likely they're on PC. See if they bring a map offering. No, they don't. So they brought an add-on, most likely, for them to all start in the trial together, so they gen rush. That is both good and bad. It's good for them, so they can get a gen out of the way, but it's also bad because I'll know where they all are as soon as they pop that gen. I'll have a general idea of where they're all gonna head off to in different directions. So yeah, and then it will also give me time because they're all coordinating and focusing on one gen. I'll have about 30 seconds to place as many traps as I can in the areas that I want to place them in. So there's that, so I don't automatically have to focus on a survivor as soon as I see them or try to look for one right away. I can just focus on my traps. And here we go. So, first trap. This is a really good spot to put one. Right there. This is a very common vault area. This is another god loop. We can put one here. People run through here all the time, so we can put one here as well. They can go ahead and get that first gen done as much as they want. We have set all of our traps and we are good to go now. You can place it right here. If you place it like this, no matter what area side they come from, they're gonna fall straight down into it. So there's the first gen done. I will take that because I set like 6 traps. So now I know what general area they're in. Got some scratch marks. Now they're starting on this one. I think I took the long way. That's fine. That's unfortunate, but it's okay. Pick this. Okay. Unnerving presence is going off. And someone hit my trap. Perfect. Can go there. Smack them. There's another one. See? As you can see, it's going off. There's another one. Oh, oh. So my traps are going off. Like, they are getting hit. We'll just trap you here. Break that pallet and reset that trap. Back to work now. Hello. Notice that they were there because the blood on the floor. So if you look at lockers and you see there's blood on the floor, they're most likely there. So now we're gonna hook you. Gonna pop this real quick. Head back over to that hook, because most likely they are there. What are you doing? We are not gonna tunnel, because we are not about that. We'll just smack them for doing what they did. Where did this Claudette go? Okay, you're struggling already? Dang. Oh jeez, okay. See, as you can see, our traps going well for us. Pop. Thank you, Claudette. You do this one. Someone please rescue them. There we go, finally. Okay. Okay. I know that she wasn't just hooked. She was hooked. She's the one that we threw on the floor, so she's good to go. You know what? Should I put you in the basement? I don't think we're gonna make it, but we'll try. No, we're not. That's fine. I messed up. I lost the track of, that wasn't my mistake. But it's okay. They're gonna run right into us. Pick up so I don't accidentally bolt. We'll just throw you here. That was an accident on my end. I didn't mess up that, but they looped right back into us. And I see you. Someone was just here, unless I'm tripping. No, I am. I think I am. Okay, that's cool. Oh, perfect. Hey, Claudette. Oh. See? Perfect. Place your traps like that. You mind game them into going into your traps. That's how you play Trapper. Okay, let's continue on. Saw some crows, but they're probably from me. I'm gonna grab this trap here too. When you place traps, try not to place them like right in front of the window. So like if you go like this, they would have escaped. You gotta place them back a bit so when they fast fall, they'll run right into them. See? Straight into that. Alright, let's continue on. I think there are multiple dead hooks right now. Huh? Also, if you're trying to go for the achievement that you pick people up from the trap, don't attack them, because I've already done that, so I don't care. Okay, she used ES. That's fine. Can still kill this one. Okay, we're in an awkward spot. So we're gonna pick that up. Pick up her. Okay, she's death hook. Oh, she's not. Okay, never mind. So if they vault that to grab her, they'll be hit super hard. Okay. Dang, they were right there. Okay. It's fine. That was smart. Let's see if you have DS. Nope. Okay. 2 more hooks. Everyone's death hook. The only downside is if they have a key, I'm done for. They can just hatch escape and get out. See, there it is. Okay. And they have adrenaline. They're going straight for the door though, I think. Yeah, you're going straight here, aren't you? Perfect. Alright. It's okay. We still might be able to get this done. This is just one. Yeah, it should be enough for the Adept still. I don't know about at red ranks, but at this ranking, it should be good enough. No, it's not. It's not good enough. Damn. Needed that 4K. That's okay. Alright, Dead Dog Saloon. This is great for us. Alright, so how I trap this up is probably like nah, that's not good. Dang, they are really on this. Right into my trap. Nope, she saw it. Smart. But do you see that one? Just dropping everything. Tried to go down that way. One hook per gen average. Just in case they come this way. Beautiful. Yeah. So sad. That was not a tunnel, you ran into me, and I'm gonna take it. smack you one more time. For that BT hit. If I was really, really thirsty, I could have waited out that BT, but I ain't like that. I could win games without tunneling. I'm sorry, Claudette. Like, if I run into you, you should have ran somewhere else. Why go there? I heard someone injured there. I'm like, oh, okay. Oh, God. I didn't want to do that to them. It's messed up. Never heal in there, guys. It's bad. Definitely on comms for sure. Because they knew that trap was right there. Let's go for you, because we don't tunnel. Thank you. Oh, it's close. Unless you have DS, dude, you're not really giving me a choice. Oh. DS should have ran out by now, so we're good. Kind of just playing with them at this point. We. Okay, that should be the Adept. A lot sloppier than last match, but hey, we will take it. There it is, Merciless. Let's see where rankings these guys were. Got a bunch of TTV people. Ah, okay, so we got a rank 8 or 4 and a 6. This is how these TTV people boost themselves. They play with rank 20s and they boost themselves to rank 4 by doing that. That makes absolute no sense, dude. What? Anyways, that's it for the video. Hopefully you guys like it. I know the video is going to be long, but yeah. That is it for me though. Enjoy the Adept guide. I'll see you all in the next one. Let me know what you guys want me to do a full Adept guide on next. I'm thinking Hag, but we'll see. Have a good one.